and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiana and today we are going to have a little chit chat about comparing Den Bosch Carnival and Eindhoven Carnival. So we have Oeteldonk and Lampegat. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. But I have the last weekend done both of the carnivals. I did Eindhoven and Den Bosch, and I can tell you they are very, very different. I was assuming that they would be pretty similar because it's Carnival and they're cities that are 20 minutes apart from each other. But they were very different, at least in my point of view. I think the main biggest difference was the costume strictness. In Den Bosch, you really have to wear, okay, you don't have to, but you feel very out of place if you do not have the jacket with the emblems on them, or at least like a scarf with the red, white, and yellow flag on it. And in Eindhoven, lots of people do have the jackets, but they are not nearly as strict. There's lots of different colors, lots of different patterns, lots of different textures. A lot of people also wear just like a normal costume, like a tiger or a unicorn or whatever, like just a normal like Halloween-y costume. And so that's what is the main difference between the two. I think that was the biggest difference between the two that I had noticed. Well, at the end, I will share which one I preferred, but we'll get there at the end. So another thing that was very different was the volume, or like the amount of people that were there. I think in Eindhoven, it was much, much, much less busy than it was in Den Bosch. We did go to Eindhoven on a Tuesday, so I figured, well, yeah, it's not super busy because it's Tuesday, but we ended up that evening also going to Den Bosch, and Den Bosch was packed, like full. You couldn't even walk around very easily. So it was packed Saturday to Tuesday, every single day in Den Bosch. And in Eindhoven, they said that it was much busier on the weekend, but by Tuesday, it was really just the die-hard carnivalers. Last year, I also did go to Carnival in Eindhoven during the day, and it was busier then because we were going for the parade. And so I could see that it does get busier, but I still think even then in Den Bosch it's much busier. We went on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and 3 of the main streets were already full. Like you couldn't even get inside of them. And so that just kind of shows that like it's much busier in Den Bosch. I think that also the crowd is a very different crowd. I think in Den Bosch it's much younger. It's mostly what I noticed, mostly young people, like 18 to 25 maybe. Whereas in Eindhoven, it felt like a much older crowd. There were, of course, younger people as well, but I felt like there was also a lot of older people. So the mix was a little bit, mixed, rather than in Den Bosch. It was really majority younger people. I think also in Eindhoven, there's much more relaxed, flexible kind of, like there's some streets here. It's more like a bar hopping kind of an area where there's like a little street here that has some nice bars that you can go to. There's the main square that has some bars, and like it's not like the whole city, but it's more just like kind of spread out, and there's like little spots you can hop around to. Whereas in Den Bosch, it's like street after street after street, all organized, all carnival. Like there's really nowhere that you can go that's not carnival in the whole city. And it's very much more, structured and organized, I think, in Den Bosch. And as well as like my favorite thing about Eindhoven, this is gonna sound weird, but the toilet situation in Eindhoven I found was much better than in Den Bosch. In Den Bosch, you had to pay either €1 per time for using a toilet, like a normal toilet. You could also do the free ones, but they were like, at least for the men, that's always fine. But for the women, it was literally a hole, like you had to squat over a hole in the ground, like in the little machine, in the little apparatus. I've never seen that before, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I did not want, there was no toilet paper. I was like, yeah, this is not an option. I will be paying. So I ended up getting a wristband. You can get a wristband for €5, which, yeah, it's €5. It's not like it's the end of the world, but to go to the bathroom, I feel like that's kind of a lot. While in Eindhoven, it was absolutely free, and they had like nice, clean bathrooms, no charge, with soap and water, and like to wash your hands and everything. I even saw like on the walk there was a portable one, like a porta potty. It was like a flushing porta potty, and it was so clean, and I thought, this is wild. I have never seen a porta potty so nice in my life, and for free. So that was super. I'm American and I love free bathrooms. Like, it still just blows my mind that you have to pay to go to the bathroom anywhere here in just like normal life. So I was really, really happy to see free bathrooms throughout the city in Eindhoven. The style of music was different in the two cities. I felt like in Den Bosch it was much more traditional, like Dutch Carnaval music, whereas in Eindhoven it was a little bit more like of a mix, like some party music, some of the carnival music, but also like mixed, like DJ mixed carnival music. I don't really know how I would say that, like carnival music but like mixed with other songs. So it was a different vibe for sure. And then I don't know, I think that those were like the main differences. So to me, I personally liked Den Bosch more, but I think that's because I really, really like strong traditions where like everyone's wearing the same thing, and like it's very culturally connected, and like it's like all one community. Whereas Eindhoven, I think, is nicer for like, especially like travelers and stuff, or people that aren't actually from there. It's nice to like just be able to go and to experience it. It is also super fun, but a totally different vibe. But you still can do the parade, and they have like the fancy car thingies. I don't really know how to explain them, but if you don't want to know what I'm talking about, like look up Dutch Carnaval parade cars. And they are something you will never have seen before. It's wild. But they have that, and they have like the whole tradition of like the prince coming to the city and everything. So it is still definitely carnival, but just a little bit less strict, I would say. Yeah, I think I preferred Den Bosch, but Den Bosch is my favorite city in the Netherlands. So like just being in the city in general just makes me happy. So yeah, those are the main differences between the two and which one I prefer. If you think there's anything else that I missed, or if you don't agree with me on something, leave a comment down below and we can chat about it. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more videos of an American living in the Netherlands and my experience. Bye!